仲有2個月就考 GCSE 啦，不如做少少 past paper。今日就做 AQA GCSE Chemistry Paper One Higher Tier，呢個係上年2024個分。Okay, question one. Student produce a salt by reacting copper carbonate with sulfuric acid. 咁我見到一個 basic carbonate plus acid，應該好容易啊，就係一個 metal salt。咁我用 copper，sulfuric acid 即係 sulfate。CO2 嘅已經俾咗你啦，爭咩？Water。Okay, 1.2. Give one observation the student could make during step four, which shows that the copper carbonate is in excess. 咁我哋 step four 係不停咁加 carbonate 落嗰啲 acid 度喎，咁你不停加咪太多，咁你大多嗰陣時佢就唔會 react with the acid，即係唔會 dissolve 啦。咁即係話有 solid copper carbonate remaining in the beaker。1.3 Give one reason for filtering the mixture in step five。咁你頭先都講話我哋有 excess 啊嘛，係咪？咁我哋有咁多 solid carbonate excess，咁我一定要整走翻佢啦，唔係我之後會 mix 埋我嘅 copper sulfate 啊嘛。咁咪 to remove excess copper carbonate CuCO3。1.4 Name the equipment that can be used to warm the filter gently。如果你寫 Bunsen burner 就唔啱啦，因為太 violent 啦 Bunsen burner。咁我哋 heat it gently 一定用 water bath 㗎啦。Okay, 1.5 Maximum theoretical mass of the salt that could be produced using 50 centimeter cube of the sulfuric acid is 12.5 grams. Percentage yield 係92.8。Calculate the mass of the OK，我哋成個 equation 俾咗你，咁我哋就要 put numbers into the equation。Percentage yield 92.8%。mass produce，呢個我哋要揾喎。Maximum theoretical mass 12.5 times 100。OK，rearrange the formula，咁咪就 basic maths 係咪唔識計啊？Put 呢個擺喺一邊，咁咪等於92.8 divided by 100 times by 12.5咯，係咪？Alright，唔計啦，easy。Okay, question two. This question is about periodic table. Sodium and potassium are in group one of the periodic table. Give one similarity and one difference between electronic structures of sodium and potassium. 兩個都 group one，即係代表兩個都有 one electron on the outer shell. Both have one electron on the outer shell. 咁 potassium 就喺 sodium 下邊啦，咁即係多一個 row。Next period 即係多一個 shell 啦，咁你咪寫 sodium 睇翻個 periodic table 係 period three has three shells, potassium has four shells. Okay. Group one elements react with water. Give two observations made when potassium reacts with water. OK，如果你學校有做過 experiment，老師會擺 group one metals 落個 water tank 嗰度，跟住有個 screen。咁就會擺 lithium，會擺 sodium，會擺 potassium，跟住就記得 potassium 係最 reactive 嗰個有個flame，跟住會周圍走噶嘛個 metal 係咪？咁你咪要寫翻咯。Bubbles are given off。因為我哋係要 something we can see, right? Observations. So we can see bubbles are giving off. We can see a flame on the metal。如果你想講small explosions，你想講potassium runs around moves around the water bath，咁都 OK，因為可以見到嘛。2.3 Potassium hydroxide solution produced when potassium reacts with water. What's the color of the universal indicator when added to potassium hydroxide solution? Give one reason for your answer. Group one metal 個 name 係 alkali metals，咁 when you react with water，咁咪 make 個 hydroxide。 OK hydroxide 你記得全部都係 OH 係一個 alkali。Why is it a highlighter？咁呢個 alkali 咁嘅 colour 一定係 purple 嘅啦。用 universal indicator reason potassium hydroxide is an alkaline. OK 呢個 question 係叫咩？Table 1 shows the densities of some of the elements of group 0. Okay, so we've got group 0, atomic number 同埋 density. 跟住就 plot the data from table 1 onto figure 1. OK，咁我哋左手邊呢個 y-axis 係 density，which is this side，跟住 atomic number 喺呢邊。OK，咁我而家就 plot 咗佢先。OK，咁我就 plot 咗嗰5個 point，跟住再加一條 line of best fit。咁我加一條 line of best fit，咁我揾翻 Krypton 36個 number 呢度係 3.2、3.4、3.6。咁我 extrapolate 咗啦個 x using the chart，咁呢個3.6。2.6 elements in group 7 are called halogens. More reactive halogen can displace a less reactive halogen from a solution of its salt. Which combination of solutions produce a reaction when mixed? 最上嗰個係 fluorine、chlorine、bromine、iodine. More reactive will displace less reactive. Okay, increasing reactivity. 咁 chlorine 可唔可以 kick out the fluoride 咧？Cannot. Chlorine 可唔可以 kick out the bromine? Yes, 因為佢上邊。Bromine 可唔可以 kick out the fluoride? Cannot. Bromine 可唔可以 kick out the chloride? 喺佢下邊。Nope. That's the answer. 2.7. Which of the following describes the trends going down group 7? Trends going down group 7. Relative molecular mass decrease，咁我哋越嚟越下邊，佢應該越嚟越大嚿喎，點會 decrease 咧？咁呢個就唔啱啦。呢個又 decrease，咁就唔啱啦。Relative molecular mass increase，boiling point decrease。Chlorine 係 gas，chlorine 係 gas，bromine 係 liquid，iodine 係 solid。咁我點會 boiling point decrease？boiling point increase makes sense 啲係咪？我哋睇佢個 states，咁你要知佢係 down the group 越嚟越 high 嘅 boiling point，因為佢係 change from gas to liquid to solid。Right? Question 3. This question is about models of the atom wall. OK，咁呢個你見到呢個 positive charge，跟住有好 ball of positive charge 呢個就係一個plum pudding 嗰個啦。呢啲要記得啊，冇得唔記得啊。You need to remember these。呢個應該係 Rutherford ball，係 ball 應該 OK。BABOH。Okay, 3.2. Compare model A with the model of the atom used today. 咁 model A 係以前嗰個啦，咁 four marks 就講兩個 similarities 同埋兩個 difference 應該夠分嘅咧。Both models have positive and negative charges, therefore both are neutral. Atoms 有乜嘢 difference 咧？Model A has no nucleus. Model B has a positive nucleus. 仲有咩可以講？Model A 啲 electrons 周嚟走。Model A has electrons that are in random positions. Model B has shells for the electrons. OK，咁講呢幾樣嘢應該就夠攞晒4分㗎啦。Question 3.3. Chadwick's experiment showed that existence of neutrons in an atom. This led to an understanding of isotopes. Refer to what? Define the term isotopes. 我哋一定要 refer to subatomic particles. That means protons, neutrons, electrons. 咁 isotope 咁樣 same element with same number of protons and electrons, but different number of neutrons. Okay, classic case carbon 12. Yo, 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, right? Like carbon 13. Yo, 6 protons, 6 electrons. Yo, but 7 neutrons. Okay, so 呢個係 heavy 啲嘅 neutrons 係 just mass. Question 4. Student investigate the energy change of the reaction between zinc and copper sulfate solution. OK，呢個唔知學校有冇玩過啦，就擺啲blue copper sulfate solution 喺個白色 polystyrene cup，跟住就擺少少 zinc powder，就不停咁 stir，就見到佢會越嚟越熱。個 method 都係一模一樣咁啦，跟住就 record the temperature change。跟住就 repeat steps with different masses of zinc starting at 幾多咧？0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2 and 1.4. Part 1. Draw 2 lines of best fit in figure 3. The lines should cross. OK, line of best fit 你見到一開始個 reaction 係斜上去，咁就要斜上去啦。咁你個 exam 嗰度記得 use a ruler， 差唔多中間。Yep。跟住另外嗰條線，但係見到其實係直線嚟嘅喎，嗰3個 point 係 meet 到喎。OK，0.8、1同1.4係 OK，但係點解1.2係跌咗落嚟咧？咁就有一個 anomaly。OK，可能做咗少少 recording 做錯咗。The two lines should cross. Yes, they cross here at 0.8 grams, rising to 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 47 degrees. Okay. All right, take a question. See. Explain the results shown in figure 3. Do not refer to the, okay, do not refer to the anomalous points. Use data from figure 3. Okay, 我哋要用 data, 唔好講 anomalous. As we put more zinc in, temperature increases. As more zinc is added, temperature increases. 點解呢？ This reaction is exothermic. OK， 記得 exothermic 係 heat releasing, endothermic heat taken in, heat absorbing. 所以如果呢個 temperature increase 代表 heat is gone to the surroundings， 咁呢個 exothermic reaction。OK， second point， 我哋要講咩就個 reaction 係呢一點度已經 reached its peak. So number 2, reaction or heat produced stops increasing at 47 degrees. OK， 點解佢呢度會停？因為個 reaction 已經 hit 到一個 limiting factor。OK， 已經去唔到啦。咁個 limiting factor 係咩咧？我不停擺 zinc 嘅喎，咁 zinc 唔係個 limiting factor，咁即係 copper sulfate 係個 limiting factor。So number 3, copper sulfate is the limiting factor. 咁 limiting factor 係代表咩咧？It's all used up. Zinc is in excess. So 你見到我哋加1 gram of zinc, 1.2 gram of zinc, 1.4 gram of zinc 係冇用嘅，個 peak 都係47 degrees， 因為 zinc 已經係 excess。去一到47 degrees 已經冇晒 copper sulfate 啦，所以個 reaction stops。4.3 explain why using polystyrene cup gives more accurate results than using a glass beaker. OK， 點解要用呢個 polystyrene cup 咧？就因為可以 reduce heat transferred to the surrounding. OK， 如果你用玻璃 beaker 咧，你掂個 beaker 咧就會好熱啦。咁因為個 heat 已經出咗嚟 transfer 咗 surrounding 啦。 咁你咪 affect 到個 experiment 個 result。But 如果你用一個 polystyrene cup，你掂落去其實冇咁熱，所以係 reduce the heat transfer to the surrounding。咁你啲 results 就係 more accurate。Polystyrene is a heat better heat insulator。2分要寫2樣嘢，記得。4.4 complete the ionic equation for the reaction between zinc and copper sulfate。咁個 reaction 啊嘛，zinc 係一個 more reactive metal。So it's going to displace the copper. Okay, so zinc 就變咗 iron 就 aqueous solution，咁就 copper 就出咗去噶啦。Copper is a solid then. Okay, different student repeated steps 1 to 5 of the method 4 times using 0.5 grams of zinc powder. Highest temperature reached 37.6, 37.2, 0.8, 0.4. Calculate the mean temperature. Mean temperature, add them up, divided by 4. Plus or minus 呢度。最高嗰個就 37.8， 最低嗰個就 37.2， 咁即係0.6啊。咁個 range 兩個 one upper and one lower divided by 2 equals plus or minus 0.3。啲數你自己記得識計就 OK 啦。4.6. The result shows random errors. The student did not make any measuring errors. Suggest one reason for random error. OK， so 我哋唔可以講 any measuring error，唔好話佢用錯睇錯咗個 measuring cylinder， 睇錯咗個 temperature， 睇錯咗個 thermometer。Can't say any of that。咁個 experimental error 就係我哋要 stir the reaction mixer， 用個 glass rod 嚟 stir。OK， 咁如果有啲 trial 係個學生 stir 好啲嘅，另外一個就咁求其搞嘅。咁好明顯求其搞嗰個已經唔得啦。咁咪就用 inconsistent stirring of the reaction 啦。咁咪就有分㗎啦。All right, question 5. This question is about ionic compounds and electrolysis. Calcium chloride is an ionic compound. Calcium chloride reacts to produce calcium and chlorine react to produce calcium chloride. Describe what happens to calcium atoms and chlorine atoms when the ionic compound calcium chloride is formed. Ooh, calcium group 2 咁即係 B2 plus iron. Chlorine is group 7. Group 7就變1 minus iron. 呢兩個 electron 要去兩粒 group 7嗰度，咁佢就 form CaCl2。咁其實你如果寫呢樣嘢已經有分，但 obviously 你喺 exam 就唔會咁啦。explain 少少啦。Calcium is a group 2 metal. It donates 2 electrons to the chlorine atom to form 2 chlorine ions with a minus charge each. Each chlorine receives 1 electron to become 1 minus。應該夠啦啩？再寫埋 CaCl2 應該夠晒噶啦噃。Alright, 4 marks. 5.2 solid calcium chloride cannot be electrolyzed. Give one reason. 一定要係 aqueous or molten 啊嘛。Solid calcium chloride ions are not free to move. Must be aqueous or molten. 5.3. Name the product formed at the negative electrode when aqueous calcium chloride solution electrolyzed. 咁我哋 negative electrode OK，at my cathode 喎，咁入邊有咩 positive ion 就有 calcium 啦。OK，aqueous 喎，有 hydrogen 喎，咁個 calcium 梗係唔會去個 negative electrode 嗰度啦，咁就係我個 hydrogen 啦，hydrogen gas。5.4, what's the half equation for the reaction at the positive electrode when aqueous calcium chloride solution is electrolyzed? Positive reaction 咁入邊 positive electrode 咁入邊有咩？入邊有 O2 minus Cl minus 咁即係我個 Cl 會走去跳去啦，咁 Cl minus 喎唔會係 Cl element 啊嘛，咁 Cl minus 變翻個 chlorine 踢翻兩個 electron 出嚟，咁先啱。